So you're thinking about living in Canal Winchester, Ohio. What I want to do in this video is take you on a little tour around a Google map, show you some of the places that I think would be of interest to you and your family, help you see where in the proximity of Columbus, Ohio, Canal Winchester is located to give you an idea of how far your commute to work might be or how far it would be to some of the area attractions that you and your family may want to visit. If you stick around to the end, I'll give you a little insight about Canal Winchester that is really unique about that city. So go ahead and stick around to the end, but let's go ahead and get started now. Well, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you'll be some of the first people that get updates when new content is available to help you get a better understanding of what is going on in the Columbus, Ohio housing market. My name is Daniel Case with Living in Central Ohio, and it's my hope that I can be a guide and be a resource for you. I get calls every day from people just like you thinking about moving to Columbus, Ohio, and my hope is to do what I can do for them, make it a smooth move for you and your family. Look, you've done the hard work to get ready to buy a home. Let me help you be the hero for your family by not only buying a home that you love, but buying it in an area that you really love living in. So whether you're moving in 1 month or 1 year, let me be the one call that you make to make your move to Columbus, Ohio a smooth move. So you can reach out to me. My phone number's in the description. You can call and text. You can shoot me an email. You can comment on a video, or you can even click the link in the description to set up a 30-minute Zoom call that I can get to know you better, to hear more about what it is that you really value and help you find the right home for you in Central Ohio. But right now we're talking about Canal Winchester and taking a look at the Google map. So let's go ahead and get started with that.
All right, we're going to jump in here on Google Maps. I want to show you where Canal Winchester is located in regards to Central Ohio, where in the Columbus, Ohio region it's located, and just show you some hot spots, show you the proximity of some things that you might be interested in, that you would want to know where they are and how to get to. So let's go ahead here and jump into Google Maps and see what we have to see. So we got the boundary here of Canal Winchester. Canal Winchester is not a huge suburb, just under 10,000 people. So some of the other areas of Columbus can get upwards 20, 30,000, 40,000 people in that suburb. Here in Canal, just under 10,000. So it kind of has a little small village feel to it. You kind of get that vibe just by some of the activities that go on, some of the things they have around the downtown area of Canal. We'll take a look at some of those and some of the hot spots and give you kind of a feel for the vibe of that, but just some really cool, neat areas down there, older homes. But then you also have some subdivisions that have some newer homes as well here in Canal Winchester also. So here we are. Here's our boundary. We'll take a little bit closer look here in a minute of some of the detail of the places here, but let me just zoom out for a moment and show you again where you are in proximity to the greater Columbus, Ohio area. So we've got a 270 loop here that goes around Columbus. This is kind of your most time traveling around to the different areas around Columbus. We've got Route 70, Interstate 70 that runs right in the middle. And then we've got State Route 71 that comes up through here. So this will get you down towards Cincinnati this way. Cleveland is up this direction is where Cleveland's at. And then thinking out this way, we've got Pittsburgh. Wow, these arrows and my skills. Boom, there we go. Pittsburgh's out this way. And then think about Indianapolis out this way. And then here's Canal again, southwest side of the city. And here you have proximity to a couple things that are not too far away. So to the south of Columbus, we have this area known as Circleville. Here at Circleville, they have a pumpkin show every year, which is great. If you're in the mood for pumpkin donuts, pumpkin burger, pumpkin milkshake, obviously pumpkin pie. Really cool little Circleville area down here. easy proximity to where you are in here, Canal. Also, Logan, a really cool area with a lot of hiking and a lot of recreation. Old Man's Cave is down that way. So that's a cool area as well. Since you're on this southwest side of the city, it's easy to access some of these areas down here. Also, if you have a student that is considering going to college in OU, Ohio University is located right down here in Athens. Okay, so again, not that far from a proximity perspective. If you're in the Canal Winchester area here, not too far to get to places like Athens for Ohio University, Logan, or Circleville for that pumpkin show. Now, zoom in here a little bit. Not too far from Canal is this place called Rickenbacker International Airport. This is a place that they continue to add more flights out of. So there's some smaller airlines. Spirit Airlines flies out of Rickenbacker. There's also some of the smaller American Airlines Delta flights that are available from there. Some of those smaller kind of Airbuses that can get you to a lot of different places around the country. So Rickenbacker is an opportunity for you to be able to have really close proximity to a smaller sized airport. Now, the Columbus International Airport is located up here just around 270. So again, both airports pretty close proximity to where you are here in Canal. But if you're flying internationally or wanting to fly on a bigger plane, the John Glenn Columbus International is where you want to go. But Rickenbacker might just be the place that you can find a cheap flight if you're looking just to get out of town for a quick getaway and you want to be able to save some bucks. You can easily get over here to Rickenbacker. Okay, easy to get to downtown Columbus from here. You can just take 33 straight up into Columbus, easily get you there to all the different things that are going on in downtown Columbus. Then again, if you just go a little bit north of downtown Columbus, then you've got access to Ohio State and the University District up here. So again, if you're trying to get to a football game, you've got easy access to Ohio State and Ohio Stadium right here if you're down here in Canal Winchester. Okay, not that far away. So again, good proximity to a lot of these things on the south side of Columbus. A lot of good parks that are around in this area. Again, just even from the map, you can see areas like Chestnut Ridge is a really nice park, Pickerington Ponds Metro Park, Three Creeks Metro Park, Walnut Woods Metro Park. There's a lot of parks just around this area. Slate Run is also another cool Metro Park. They actually have a historic farm here that you can walk around and see some of the things that are going on farm life. Fun, just a little day trip, see some animals, get to walk around. That's just a cool thing to be able to do with kids. That is all super close to where you are here in Canal Winchester. Now, if there's some things on the north side of the city that you're interested in, like the zoo and aquarium, it's a little bit of a drive to get up here, especially at different times of day. You're either having to come around all the way around the 270 outer belt to get that, or you're trying to cut through downtown Columbus and get through onto 71 and 315, depending on the time of day. I mean, this could take you an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half to get here just because of traffic. So it's something to consider. Now, if there's things on the north end of town, again, Hoover Reservoir's up here, Alum Creek State Park is up this way. If those are some things that you really love and want to be close to, Canal Winchester might not be the right place because it is going to take you some time to get to some of these things on the north side of Columbus, if those are things that you're really interested in. Now, again, some of the bigger shopping areas here in Columbus are areas like Easton Town Center, again, up in this direction, and also Polaris, which is also on this north side of town. So there's some realities that some of these larger shopping areas of Polaris and Easton you're a little bit farther away from. You've got a little bit of a drive. Again, it's not that going to be that hard, that far, but it is something to just consider if those are things that are really important for you. Or if you work in retail and you work in the Polaris area, or you work in Easton, Canal Winchester might be a little bit difficult of a drive for you to try to get up there. Okay. All right, let's zoom in here in Canal and just take a look around at some of the things that you may want to know where they are. So some shopping areas over here at Meyer. This is on Diley Road, so this will take you right up into Pickerington. Over here in Diley Road, there's a Meyer. There's also right here a medical center. Also Nationwide Children's has a close to home urgent care as well. So if you got little kids, having that close to you in Canal is super helpful as well. Also, there's a freestanding ER here, the Diley Ridge Medical Center. So if you need something like that, close proximity to that. Also, again, Meyer is right there. Then you also have some opportunities for shopping that are close, not necessarily considered in the Canal Winchester area, but very close as you think about all the things that are up here in Pickerington, as there's Kroger, Giant Eagle, many of those things available for you there. But there's also some areas here in Canal as you get a little bit closer over to this downtown Canal area that you can be able to find a lot of different places to shop as well. So this Waterloo Street brings you up here to Waterloo Crossing, which here at Waterloo Crossing, we have a little bit of everything. So you've got a lot of fast food places. You've got a Kroger to do some grocery shopping. There's also over here a Walmart that's here as well. You've got a Home Depot that is over in this vicinity as well. So if you got some needs there for, just different things around the house, everybody knows when you buy a house, it's going to nickel and dime you to death. And you make 1,000 trips to the Home Depot, it's not far from where you need to be. But this Waterloo Crossing area has a lot of hotels. It's got a lot of just nice places that are available for you over here. Also, cool place that is very unique to Canal Winchester is this place called the Brewdog Tap House. So this is just a really cool restaurant, brewery that you can go just get a really good burger. You can go get some really good craft beer. Really unique thing about this though is they actually have a hotel. So they actually have a hotel that is pretty reasonable when you think about hotels in the area. They have 32 different rooms at this hotel that are all beer themed. So you can actually get rooms that have beer taps right in the room. I've heard some of them even have a beer tap in the shower, which seems a little excessive. Maybe you don't think it's excessive. That seems pretty excessive, but that's an opportunity too. If that's something you're interested in, that's right here on what is right off of Gender Road, kind of in this Waterloo Crossing area. So Waterloo Crossing is where you're going to have a lot of your retail things that you just need. And then we have some just different things tucked in here of some different neighborhoods that are available, at homes at different price ranges. Again, you have some newer build, bigger houses in some of these. You get around this downtown Canal, you've got some of the older homes built in the 1930s, have a little bit more character, but have smaller yards and things like that. Over here, we have the Westchester Golf Course. I'll switch to satellite view here real quick so you can see what we're talking about here. So we've got the golf course here at Westchester. Okay, so right off of this neighborhood. If you're a big golfer, this Villages at Westchester could be a really cool area for you to live. You've got access to the golf course right here in your backyard. A lot of these homes tuck right up to that as well. So maybe for you, that's the area of Canal. If you're an avid golfer, you have close proximity to a lot of the shopping, but then you also have this opportunity to do some golfing as well over there. All right, let's take a look here at downtown Canal here on North High Street. So as we zoom here a little bit more, there's some really cool just little places that are available down here. Loose Rail Brewing, a little craft beer place. We've got the Canal Wigwam, which is just a cool little breakfast place. Harvest Moon Craft Kitchen, also another place to grab a good meal, a great breakfast. We've got a local cantina, so if you're into Mexican food, Shades is a really cool place to just get some wings, burgers, pizza, a fun place to just watch a Buckeye game, a great place to just hang out with friends. They recently just added a cool place here called Coffee on High. Really cool little coffee shop, fun place to get to visit and just hang out, do some work, visit with some friends. Coffee on High is a really cool location. Also, they just added in a Johnson's Real Ice Cream, which is super good ice cream. And I'm going to tell you at the end here, down here, there's a lot of cool little restaurants. There's also a Homestead tap room here as well that just came in. Another craft brew place that you can grab some food. But there's some really cool things about this area when it comes to adult beverages and being able to navigate this space in the summer and to be outdoors. So stick around to the end. I'll give you a little highlight about what that is at the end there for that. Okay. So just a really neat area here in downtown Canal. Let me just give you a little view here from a street view so you can just kind of see some of the vibe and the aesthetic here for downtown Canal. So this is Harvest Moon on the corner here. Zoom in here. It says beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. Okay, sure. Right, so we've got just some cool places, local cantinas down here on the right. Come around this way, you've got the Wigwam, little breakfast place, that Homestead tap rooms right over here, Coffee on High, that little coffee shop right here. Just some really cool little shops, very walkable area down through here. One great thing about Canal as well is that they have a lot of accessibility to public parking. So you get down in this area, there's a bunch of just public parking lots. So it makes it nice to be able to go down, easily find some places to park, and then be able to walk around. A lot of cool things that happen down here in Canal. They have a farmer's market in the summer. Every week that happens. There's some really cool stuff with the Historical Society that they do in Canal. You can actually, in Halloween time, do some ghost tours around Canal, which is fun for the kids as well. Really just neat place to live, really cool place to be around. Canal's just a fun town. There's no university in Canal Winchester, so not necessarily a college town, but there is a lot of young families that live down there. So if you're down in this downtown area in the summer, you know, there's a lot of people that are just out and about. That Brew Dog as well. They are very dog friendly. It's in their name, which makes sense. But they've got some really cool just outdoor space that you can hang out on the patio. There's usually cornhole. I've seen them bring over like trucks with axe throwing and things like that you can do there as well. So just a lot of fun, a lot of cool things to do from an outside perspective in the summer in some of these areas in Canal. Okay, so again, if you're thinking about Canal Winchester as maybe the right place for your family, then there's some things to consider, right? You're going to be able to have kind of a more small town feel, but have some really cool walkable amenities with this downtown Canal area, a lot of places with a lot of character, but then also the reality of if you need to access the north side of Columbus, it's going to be challenging from this location in Canal. Obviously, there's roads to get you there, but depending on the time of day, traffic, that's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. If you're involved in some things to the south of the city, man, this makes a ton of sense. Super accessible. If you like some of the parks and green spaces, a ton of that's around. If you like golfing, there's a ton of that kind of stuff around. Really cool area, really cool town. A lot of it will just depend on where you need to be in proximity to other things in the city, if it ends up being the right place for you. I've got a video that I go around Canal and show you what kind of homes you can get for what kind of prices. So be sure to check that out if that's something you're interested in. If you're thinking about Canal Winchester, if you're thinking about living in Central Ohio, and that maybe this is the right place for you, let's continue to look at some more places in some other videos, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions about Canal Winchester. Maybe I missed something about Canal that you love. If you live in Canal, drop a comment on the video. Let me know of a place maybe that I missed or that we should check out, so other people should know about that as well.
Well, thanks for sticking around to the end. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, click that button to subscribe, click that bell for notifications. And again, if you're moving in 1 month or 1 year, let me be the one call that you make. All my contact information is in the description. Well, here's this tip about Canal Winchester that I think is really interesting that you should know, is they have an area in downtown Canal Winchester that is known as DORA. And it's not Dora the Explorer, it's DORA. It's a designated outdoor refreshment area. So what that means is if you're 21 years of age or older, you can grab a craft beer at Homestead, take that with you from Homestead, walk down the streets of downtown Canal, walk over to Loose Rail Brewing if you want to, and get another beverage there. So you can walk around with an open container without the fear of getting cited and getting a ticket for having an open container away from a designated restaurant. So DORA is a really cool thing that they have that is available in the downtown Canal area that is unlike many other areas here in Central Ohio. So if that's something that you would really enjoy, Canal Winchester just might be the right place for you. Hope to see you on the next video. Talk to you soon.